Hello, welcome back. This feels really weird because I think it's the first time. Oh no, it's not. Hold on. I just remembered something. I was going to say it's the first time I'm recording for YouTube whilst standing. Whilst and while are the same when you're using them in this very simple way, which means as I am standing, as an explanation of what I'm doing. They're the same. I was gonna say it's the first time I'm recording for YouTube standing and not sitting, but that's not true because as I said it, love this structure. It's like the moment I said it, right? As I said it, I realized there's a video and it's so old. It's 11 years old, almost. I recorded when I was pregnant with my first baby, with Dominic, who is now 10. I recorded that video standing. I wanted to tell you guys that it was a very exciting year. Let me see if I remember. It was a very exciting year. It was my first year on YouTube. And then I stand back and I show you my baby bump that I don't have now because I'm not expecting. I'm not expecting is the same as I'm not pregnant. So let's get back to my point. Let's circle back. I love this expression. Let's circle back. Americans use this a lot. It's good to know. American people use this a lot. Let's circle back. I have been thinking about some things that stop you from making progress with your learning. And there are a couple of things I would like to tell you today. You might get a little bit upset. Because sometimes I come here and I tell you stuff that you don't want to hear. It happens a lot, doesn't it? I do this here, I do this on Instagram, I do it with my students, I do it with my children, I do it with my husband. It's just something I do. I tell you what you don't want to hear. But I always mean well. What does that mean? I always mean well. What does that mean? It means that my intention is good. My intention is always good. I always mean well. So, the first thing that I wanted to say to you today was that you are not prioritizing English. Ouch, that hurts so bad. It hurts, doesn't it? It's so painful. I know. Because I think us, as human beings, we have this tendency, which is to avoid taking responsibility for things because it's so painful. It hurts so much and it's so heavy. God, it's such a heavy burden. It's so heavy to admit to ourselves, not even to the world, but to ourselves, that things are not happening for us because we're not doing what we needed to be doing. We're not doing what we ought to be doing. This is a lovely word, isn't it? What we ought to be doing is the same as what we should be doing, what we must be doing, what we have to be doing. It's kind of a mix of all of those words together. To be honest with you, it's the same as have, what you have to be doing. And it is painful because as human beings, it's just so much more comfortable to find a reason to then transfer the blame to somebody else or to something else. Maybe it was the fact that you were so busy, you've been working too much, you've had personal problems, you got a divorce, your kids have been very poorly, very ill this year, you lost your job, you had to move house, lots of things, right? And they are all real reasons. They're real. They're very real. They're not excuses, they're real. However, whether you like it or not, the fact is that English has not been a priority for you. Because, think about it for a minute. Yes, you've been very, very busy with your kids have been very ill. But if you have a job, do you agree with me that you're still going to work, even though your kids have been ill this year? You're still going to work. Because that's a priority, because you cannot just call your boss every day and say, guess what, I'm not coming in today. You can't do that. So work is the priority. You've lost your job, and that's really unfortunate. Love this word, very unfortunate. It's the opposite of lucky. It's bad news. It's very unfortunate, but you're still getting up in the morning, and if you have kids, getting them ready for school, even though you're so upset and feeling depressed. Isn't it true? Because getting your kids to school is a priority. So, with English, the fact is that learning a language is so hard. And you've heard me say this before because I've said it a billion times. Learning English is difficult. Learning English is difficult because it requires effort. It requires consistency. It requires time. And these three things are terrifying because these three things show us that we're not ready to commit. What is commit? To make that thing, which is learning English, something that you are not going to give up on. Something that you are going to dedicate yourself to full on, for real. Because it's so difficult, it's a lot easier for them to say, yeah, I've just been really busy. My kids have been very ill. I've lost my job. I've gotten a divorce. I have gotten ill this year. It's just so much easier to then make yourself believe that those things are more important than English. But to most people who really think about learning English, they think about this constantly. It's always there. The reason why it's there is that they need it. So you're watching this now. Maybe you live abroad. You live in a country where English is the language. What are you going to do? Are you going to be an immigrant for the rest of your life or for however long you live there without knowing the language? Is that the life you want for yourself? It was not the life I wanted for myself, that's for sure. It may be the life you want for yourself. But ask yourself this question for real. Is that the life I want for myself? Or am I just not ready to prioritize my learning? Because it requires effort, consistency, and time. And I don't want to be doing that because that's too much. Sometimes you need to be honest with yourself and understand exactly why you're not learning. Most people are not making progress with their English because it's not a priority. It's something they tell themselves they really need. They really need it because they live abroad, because they have a job that English is so important. They have a high position in the company. They need to run meetings and to do presentations and to be in charge and to be the boss in English, and they don't feel confident. So there are reasons why people want to learn this language. But if you don't want it badly enough, you're not going to make it a priority. Because it's so much nicer, isn't it? It's so much nicer to make fun things a priority, to make easy things a priority, to make relaxing things a priority. So we've got all of those things that are a priority in our lives because we don't have a choice. Work, children, paying the bills. This is adult life. We don't have a choice about those things. They are priority, period. And then we have a bunch of other things that we choose to prioritize. Those things are scrolling on your phone, binge watching TV shows with subtitles in your language. Yeah. Or in English. Pretending that this is your study time. Pretending that this is your learning. Eating lots of junk all the time because it's so much easier to just eat junk than to prepare a meal from scratch, isn't it? It is. It's factual. Gossiping about other people. You see what I mean? So you're choosing to make all of those other things, going out with friends, going out drinking with friends. You're choosing to make all of those things a priority. So next time you sit there and you complain and you're frustrated and you're angry that your English is not improving and you're trying to blame it on everybody else and anything and everything else but yourself. Remember, you are the person not making this happen. And the thing is, remember I said, it takes effort, it takes consistency, and it takes time. If you're making an effort every day and you're being consistent, so you're really doing this daily, but you haven't been doing it for long enough and you're not getting the results that you expected, you might stop, you might give up. If you give up, you're still not prioritizing, because you need to allow this language to actually blossom in your brain, to flourish in your brain, to come to life in your brain. The right strategy. Remember, the whole purpose of this video is to help you. It's not to tell you off, although I am telling you off, but the purpose is to help you. I say this to you because I care about you, and I see so many of you being frustrated, hating yourself, feeling stuck all the time and blaming it on everyone else, not you, but you are to blame. So accept that and do something to change your reality, to change what's happening in your life about English right now. And this is not, coach talk. I'm not a coach. I am a former learner. I have been in your shoes. I know exactly how you feel. And I know how I learned to speak so well. I know the things I did, and this is what I keep trying to teach you, so that you can get results that are actually amazing and that make you proud of yourself, okay? So I've come here today and I've told you these things, and I know some of you are a little bit upset with me right now, but just go away and think about it. Think about it. When you have this incredible combination of a good strategy, something proper, a strategy that you can see the difference, that you can notice little things are happening in your English, that you're feeling different, that, oh, hold on, I'm understanding more. I've just used a word I'd never used before. What? These little things, okay? A combination of a great strategy and time. Allowing for time, okay? And not rushing this, and not saying to yourself, I need to learn because in 3 months I'm going to get a promotion and I need to be speaking better. You can definitely improve tremendously in 3 months, but you're not going to be able to do the work that you were supposed to have done in 3 years in 3 months. There's only so much you can do in 3 months. So if you have the right strategy, you can achieve something incredible in that period of time, something amazing, but you're still gonna have to keep going. You're not gonna be done in 3 months. That's my point. You're not gonna be done in 3 months, okay? So combine a great strategy, something solid, something real, something that really will work for you, with proper time. Make it a priority. And you'll see that there was nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your brain. There's nothing wrong with your learning. You're not too old. You're not too stupid. You are just not prioritizing and doing the right thing. Yeah, I really hope this video has helped you today. See you next time.